We are getting some big clues as to what the prosecutors in Brian Kohberger's case have been up to for the last few months. I'm looking at an order to seal a search warrant served on Amazon, one on Apple, one on PayPal, one on Venmo, one on Spotify, and one on YouTube. Why are prosecutors serving search warrants on these companies? Let's connect the dots. Why would prosecutors want to see Brian Kohberger's Amazon account, his click history, what's in his cart, what he bought, his purchase history, when? See where this is going? Let's take the knife sheath, for example. What if the prosecutors can match it up with one that he bought that's the same exact one? That's evidence. We don't get to see, because again of the gag order, we don't get to see the application for the search warrant in which the prosecutors lay out probable cause for a judge to justify the judge saying, yes, you have enough probable cause here for you to get his records from Amazon, from Apple. Now, Apple, what's he getting from Apple? Well, maybe Apple Pay, payment system, Venmo, PayPal. It's hard to pay cash on Amazon, people. If you really want to be smart and buy things untraced on Amazon, you basically have to have a drop site somewhere, so it's delivered somewhere else, and you have to be using prepaid cards as to not be able to track a particular card, bank account, Venmo, all that. So, you know, Kohberger never struck me as this really, really brilliant guy at all. And I think that there's tracks all over the internet for things that he bought. I think that the prosecutors have a lot of this stuff. They just want to they want that cherry on top to match it up to the actual purchase history. What other, they seized items from his apartment. They seized his whole vehicle and whatever was in there as part of that search. His home in Pennsylvania. Don't forget, we know this. We know that the investigators in Pennsylvania saw him taking things out and dumping them in the garbage. Police didn't say, oh, it's in the garbage, we can't touch. No, they went and they retrieved that. That's evidence. And I'm wondering what he is, and you should too, if you really want to get into this case, and there's a gag order, so we have to connect these dots, but we need to connect them intelligently. They have evidence from him. All right, the investigators are carrying bags out from the different search warrants. Does that mean all that's relevant? No, but it probably is. So connect some dots. Why is he, normal people, like, I don't know, you and me, we probably put garbage in our, under the sink, or there's garbage, and then we take it out in a garbage bag and we put it at the end of the driveway, the street, however your garbage works, we put it in the dumpster. Okay, he lives in a residential home, and he's taking his garbage somewhere else. We're watching him. And I think that's one of the reasons they went in at 3 o'clock in the morning on a warrant for him. They went into his home. They may have been thinking that he was, at a point there where he may have been destroying evidence. I don't know. But let's talk about the click history of Amazon. Knives. Whatever, the clothing that he was wearing, military style. All that stuff's on Amazon. You go in there, knives, different knives. If they can show that he has purchased, and we don't know if they have the murder weapon because there's a gag order, but if they can show, and they're just wrapping up the purchase history. They've also got from YouTube. What is he watching on YouTube? What videos is he watching on YouTube? What people watch is going to tell you a lot about that person. What they watch before homicides are committed, if you're looking at this person's history, may give you ample evidence or clues as to what they were watching, because they'll how-to videos on YouTube. All right, this guy's a predator. They want to look at his history, his browsing history. What is he purchasing through Amazon? I think they're matching things up through his Amazon history. I think they're matching things up through his whole internet presence and what he's doing on there, his platforms and Instagram. And it's all part of it, what the prosecutors are doing. And they're doing it, I'm really impressed. It's very meticulous. It's right down the line. You can follow it, again, the Latah County Clerk's, the website, their page there. It has cases of interest, and he's one of them, obviously. Lori Dayball's case is there. So that's where you can follow. Again, the state has this history now. The state has the history of him clicking on Amazon, what he bought on there, what he said in the cart, browsing. We're tracked everywhere we go, folks. We're tracked. I use Amazon a lot on Prime. I have it delivered right to the door. It's great. You can tell a lot about me by what I'm ordering. Surprise, right? Okay, so what was he ordering? They may already know because they have some of it. Or what they don't have, they can, again, show, you're putting together a case by connecting all these dots and, again, evidence. Also, remember, a judge signed off on these warrants. Prosecutors just can't say, hey, we have a warrant, let's serve it. No, they have to have an application, meaning they have to lay out their reasons, exactly why it is that they need to serve Amazon, YouTube with a warrant, and a judge has to sign off on that saying you've met 4 corners here, probable cause, and it's probably limited. It can be limited to some ways, but the defense now is sitting there like we are, and they may not have gotten hit with the discovery or the findings from Amazon, but as a defense attorney, if I'm hearing that the state or I'm seeing in the filings or I've been served with it, I'm sitting back with the other attorneys on my team saying, here it is. You go into somebody's Amazon account or you go into the YouTube account, you get in there, that becomes anything they can pull out of there that's relevant to the crime that you're charged with is coming out. It's very powerful evidence. Stay tuned.